Thank you. Guten Tag. Hello, everybody. I'm very happy to be here in this fantastic city and to introduce you Engie and Engie New Ventures more specifically. So I think you're all aware of Engie. We're one of the world-leading utility worldwide with some French historic roots indeed. We have been, since many years, motivated by one purpose, which is to lead the energy transition. This does not date back to yesterday. It's something deeply rooted in our DNA. And this has been reinforced recently by two parameters. The first one is that we have been through a reorganization of the group to bring a simplified organization around 4 global business units, which all aim at accelerating our transition towards a net zero carbon economy. And this is the second parameter, which we just disclosed recently, which is that we pledge to reach net zero carbon by 2045 and also support our clients in that priority. So Engie New Ventures, we are, since our inception 2014, always been focusing on clean technologies. We're a fund of 180 million euros, animated by a team of 10 people. We already invested in 28 startups. And one thing which is important to mention for us is that we're a separate legal entity with our own board of directors, which means that we have both the flexibility and capacity to move quickly. We focus on minority investments, Series A and B startups. And what is for us important is that besides bringing capital, we bring access to expertise. We have hundreds of researchers at Engie working on concrete applications every day to bring us closer to a net zero carbon economy. Of course, access to markets, given our geographic reach, and business partnerships, which is today a sine qua non condition for any investment that we do. We need strong business partnerships. And so the startups need somehow to bring one brick of a puzzle where we master some other interesting bricks. Our key focus areas here, there are just 4 mentioned. The first one is all the digital tools that help boost renewable productivity. So anything that boosts wind and solar efficiency is of interest to us. We also invest in low carbon gases, of course. Hydrogen is of great importance to us. E-fuels, biogas, of course. Third one is energy flexibility. And the fourth, energy efficiency in buildings and industries. This is not exhaustive. We also focus on district heating and cooling and other areas. So you have here an overview of our portfolio of companies, 18 of them presently in our portfolio, mostly located in Europe and North America. I'd like, however, to focus on one today, which is industrial. Our latest investment that we did with Clean Energy Ventures, a Boston-based VC fund focusing really on clean technologies. So industrial is a unique platform offering energy management services for industrial facilities. We see many startups focusing on commercial and industrial facilities, but this one is really focusing on the I of the C&I segment. As you may know, in the United States, there are more than 50 industrial tariff rates, which sometimes are very volatile. It's the case in Texas, as you all remember, the winter in Texas this year, or in the summer in 2019 were very surprising because they brought prices which were really skyrocketing. This is a challenge for industrial facilities, which have energy on top of the balance sheet, of the P&L, sorry. And second, for energy utilities, this is of great importance for us to be able to help them valorize the internal flexibilities that they have, because all these facilities need to anticipate the peaks, which can be very, very costly. And to anticipate peaks, you need to be able to valorize these flexibilities that you have. But until now, suppliers like Engie have been struggling with industrial facilities simply because we do not know very well their control systems and the loads behind the meter. So that's a challenge. And also, industrial players themselves are very sensitive to playing with the loads because it can impact their processes, their products, and that's something really, really touchy. So industrial let's say, has cracked it with one of the leading cold storage operator, Lineage, and industrial, I can say, helps us bridge the gap with industrial facilities to really valorize the untapped value of their flexibility. So that's why here we see a power plant of Lineage, but we also see, it's a warehouse, firstly, and we see a power plant at Engie simply because it's a huge thermal battery. We do super cooling when we anticipate a peak, and once a peak is reached, we just do flywheeling with that kind of a warehouse. And this represents 3 megawatt capacity here, so that can be taken off the grid by, of course, commanding this facility thanks to industrial. So imagine what we can do with 50 or 100 of them, and if we expand that kind of innovation in the food and beverage sector, that's a kind of a new virtual power plant that we're able to bring on the market. I'm happy also to leave the floor to Electrocare, which is another promising startup that is very close to Engie. Thank you for your attention.